Yo, what's up? It's your boy Preach with a brand new video. Today we're gonna do something pretty small, but I think it's exciting. I'm just gonna print on this shirt, this blank white tee, which I actually made myself, so it's not fast fashion or something like that. I actually put in work in my things. So yeah, I'm gonna explain you and also show you how I made this shirt like you saw in the thumbnail. Let's just not yap too much and just get started.
First, we need the blank tee. Then we need the fabric paint. I'm using this brand if somebody asks, but first we only need the black one. Then you just use the usual kitchen sponge. You just rip a single piece of that sponge. And with that piece, we just paint. We of course need tape and a ruler. Now we have to lay down the shirt nice and clean so it got no wrinkles. Then you just take some tape and put it on the bottom. I think the bottom is the easiest way to actually start, so that's why I did that. Then you just measure and mark how thick you want the stripes. In my case, it was 2.5 centimeters. Then you just continue. I try to cover up the edges like that, because we also want to do some stripes on the sleeves. Of course, don't forget to cover up the collar and continue with the sleeves. So after finishing the front, we actually have to put something hard underneath it. I use some old cardboard. You can use a book or whatever you want. I actually just realized right now that I've used this cardboard to do a God Boy Click shirt, which turned out horribly. Like, what did I do with the print? Anyways, I was 13 years old and stupid and just only used permanent markers for it. But now we learned out of it, and now we using fabric paint. And I got no clue how I did not realize that I haven't even filmed the first part. But there's not much to it. You just put on the fabric paint. And after putting on the fabric paint, you can either wait an hour or just use a freaking fan. Here you can see how I just rubbed the paint over the shirt. I always made sure that the paint won't be too thick because I want that cool effect that looks a little bit vintage. You can see that after I finished, I didn't do the edges because I first need to tape the other side. Then I taped it back exactly like the front, and then I started to paint it. Then I had to expose the sides so I can paint them too. Then I realized that I slowly run out of fabric paint. But we just continued and we're ready with the painting. This is how my hands looked after. This reminds me of how I wore nail polish when I was 13. Before I got called super gay and Loki got threatened. But anyways, this is how our shirt looks like right now. Now the most satisfying part is just peeling this tape off. Not gonna lie, I could watch this for hours. Maybe one day I'm gonna start an ASMR channel. Now we doing the last part. This is how the shirt looks right now. I would have thought this would look way worse, but now looking at that really looks beautiful. I can't lie. And I don't know why I love it so much, but I love this stretchiness of this print. I don't know. I love when it just rips. I freaking love that. I don't know why. Oh, there's my cat. But no breaks, we continue with the print. I decided to take this print, which kind of looks like some Beyblades, I can't lie. I'm using a scalpel to just cut it out. After cutting it out, it looks like that. Then I had to place it on the right spot. And again, I want to thank y'all for all of your love and support for my last video and just in general. I love y'all so freaking much, really. I really appreciate all of your love and support. And if you got any wishes for my next videos, just put that in the comments and I maybe will do a video about it. Anyways, now I'm ripping off a new piece of sponge because the other one is completely blacked out, and now we're gonna use red fabric paint to paint those Beyblades. So now you see me damping the sponge, not like on the stripes where I wipe the sponge over the fabric, because I want it now nice and clean. That's why I'm actually damping it so it really gets sucked into the fabric. It looks like that. Ripping it off gently. I cannot give you an ASMR of this one because my friends were yapping on a Discord in the background. Shout out to my friends. Love you guys. Then I've done the other side and also painted it. And after painting, it looks like that. It kind of reminds me of that 2016 skater clothes somehow. I don't know. But I think it's kind of fire. Can't lie. But that's still boring for us. And then, yeah, of course, that happens. Like, I couldn't just hold the box, like, properly. Anyways, I wanted to add some studs, and I thought the sleeves were gonna be pretty cool for that. And it actually was, because both sides look pretty cool. Under the studs, it's kind of like scrumbled up, but I think it's alright. And that is the end result. I think it looks pretty cool, and I especially think the studs are really the cherry on the cake. It's super comfortable because it's 100% cotton, and also the print isn't really like that much. It has a super cool, oversized, boxy fit, but really not just too big. I think it's really worth all of the 14 hours or something like that I spent making this. And of course, it's not perfect. It has its flaws because it's fully handmade. Let me know if you liked the video. Like, subscribe. I would really appreciate y'all supporting. So stay tuned until the next time. Love you guys.